Hi everyone, it's Sam here from Newcastle Fans TV, and after the fantastic win at the weekend, the smash and grab win over Chelsea, we've come back down to earth today with news that Jetro Willems and Paul Dummett are both out with season-ending injuries. Absolutely gutted for them both, in particular Jetro Willems, who's been absolutely superb for us this season. You would think making his loan deal into a permanent was a bit of a no-brainer. One thing that might count against him, this is the second type of injury. I think he's got a bit of a cruciate ligament damage and a twisted knee ligaments as well. That's the second type of injury, as I say, he's had in his career, which could force Newcastle to look elsewhere. Paul Dummett looked so assured back in them 10-15 minutes at Molineux the other week. He's looked solid this season on the left-hand side of the back three, and now he's out for the season as well. Newcastle have got 11-12 days left in this window. Signing a left-sided defender becomes a priority now. Or on the flip side, you know, you've got two spaces back in the 25-man squad now. Rolando Aarons has returned to the club from on loan at Wycombe. He played left wing back for the club in pre-season. Could this be his chance? The only kind of transfer rumour in that position this month I've heard is a guy called Nicolas Gavary from Standard Liège reports in Belgium saying that Newcastle were interested in him. Who knows? It's going to be a very interesting 10 or 11 days left in January. On the positive note, Valentino Lazaro looks like he's going to be the first transfer through the door. He can play anywhere on that right-hand side, from wing-back up to up front on the right-hand side, if you like. He should be joining in the next 24-48 hours from Inter Milan on loan with a view to a permanent at the end of the season. All of a sudden, we've got two spaces in the 25-man squad. No Willems. You'd think he'd go back to his parent club, Frankfurt, now. And Dummett, it's not looking like he's going to make an appearance till the end of the season. So that leaves two spaces. We thought as well Key would be moving on this month, and maybe even Muto. So from struggling to fit everyone in the squad, we've now got spaces available. So who do we sign? The Jarrod Bowen link doesn't go away. Reports Hull want to offer him a new contract, but Bowen's not interested in extending his stay on Humberside. The link just does not go away. It looks like he's available, so should Newcastle go and get him to add a bit of depth on that on the wings? So it's an interesting one. We've not really been linked to an out-and-out proper striker for a while. That seems to have gone quiet. I think the club are favouring sticking with Joe Linton, who, to be fair, did look like he had a new lease of life against Chelsea on Saturday. Obviously had that great header that hit the crossbar, and he wasn't giving up and forced the corner, which obviously led to the winning goal. But with Carroll being unfit, Gale's still injured, Muto, God knows what's going to happen with him. You'd like to think we'd still be on the lookout for another out-and-out striker. Well, things are developing. Newcastle have all but agreed a loan deal for Nabil Bentaleb, who you may remember from his Tottenham Hotspur days. The deal is a loan deal, no surprise there, with an option to buy. I'm hearing rumours of around 10 million at the end of the season. He's coming from Schalke. A bit of out of the blue, this one. Bit of a shock. So the deal over the line, you would assume straight away that would be Key's natural replacement in the 25-man squad, or potentially even Matty Longstaff could head out on loan to somewhere in the Championship or League One, which, so long as he gets his contract signed and we've got him secured for the long term, playing week in, week out somewhere like the Championship probably do him some good. But that's just pure speculation from my end. Yeah, great to see Bentaleb over the line, as the famous saying goes. 25 years of age, so if he plays well between now and the end of the season, and we exercise the option of making that deal permanent, we've got a player for his peak years. He showed some promise at Tottenham, so it's back to a positive. So I think with Lazaro probably being announced on Wednesday, I'm hearing, that would leave a forward and obviously, as we know, the issue on the left side of defence to sort. So all of a sudden it's looking like a pretty decent January.